Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this frantic show. I'm just barely setting up today. I think I've got it all going. Let's see. Lots of people are in the chat. Let's see if I can get things going here with the camera. Cameras are not set up. A little bit overexposed. Let's see, but let's go. Hello, Rocky. That's what we got today. Why is the logo up there? Okay. Yeah. So let's go back. Yeah. So that's what we got. What are we doing today? This is episode 73. We're going to run trains. In theory, we're running them up to the third level. But as you know, we'll see how that goes. So there's at least 3 trains waiting there. At daylight, there is an Amtrak, and there's a freight. And today we've got Southern Pacific daylights. We've got Amtrak, new Amtrak, and we've got some old Alligator RSD 15s or something like that. All right, same usual crew. Might be some excitement today. The dog is wandering around upstairs with me. So, okay, let's go around the horn, see who we got in last night. Yesterday, when I opened the stream, at least over on YouTube, I saw that Dats was the first one in to say things. So, hi, Dats, if you're back. Let's see. Dwight, Curly Express. It's the first one I see in the chat in StreamYard right now. Lots of people talking to everybody here. Hi, Dwight. My name is Tuna Underwear. Okay. Dwight. Kevin Brown. Kevin Brown is here. Brother Dan is here. Pete Motley is here. Let's see. JP from Beaumont Hill Subdivision is here. So everybody, welcome, and hi to people not in the chat. If you can, join the chat. Otherwise, yeah, just stay out there and watch on TV or wherever you are. Okay, so today I got a late start. I think I drank caffeine too late yesterday and did not sleep until like 3 o'clock in the morning. So let's see. First train out. As soon as I turn the power on. Power, yes. Okay. Then to remember what switch needs to be switched. Let me go stand up. I'm going to go walk over away from the camera. Make sure we've got all the points set for departure. Okay, track 13 is ready. Okay, we're ready to go. We are ready to go. I'm going to send, hopefully, the daylight's the first one out. And there we go. The daylight is leaving. Get it up to a speed of about 20. And are you joining me? Are you joining me? Okay. Okay, come on. Ugh. All right. We have a special guest running trains today. Ben. Oh, yeah. No, there's nothing to eat here. So this is where the action is. All right. Well, yesterday was exciting. At least I got all the trains running. Let me see, make sure the turnouts, which way the turnouts are thrown to go. 32. Let's keep it on the same level for now. We're not going to the third level. Okay, that'll keep things active, at least in theory. Yeah, I don't have the other cameras quite set up here. So bear with me. Some of these are just a little bit interesting today. Okay. 1300. Yeah. So you want to look at underneath of the layout? There you go. And you can see I do have fire extinguisher is mounted in case of emergency. I'm thinking though, I need to bring up the other one. I have two in the garage. Probably need to bring up the other one. Because, you know, that there was a recent show where Ken Patterson actually disclosed what he thinks is the real cause of his fire, which he thinks was now a turnout thrown against the direction the train was running, and the train just got there and either sat there or derailed and just possibly heated up enough to catch on fire. So, and the other guy, who's a model railroader, the DCC guy, Larry Pickens, I think, had a show he just released about how to not let that happen on your layout. Yeah, don't leave your trains running unattended. Very good. In fact, I was running stuff up the helix, and this brand new coach, this brand new 3/4 dome, which I love this car. It's lit up and everything. However, it's got body mounted couplers, and none of the Kato trains have got body mounted couplers. So, except for the locomotives. So I was thinking, okay, I've got an in-between car, a buffer car that'll help out. No such luck. It still pulled the cars off the rails when it was going up the helix. And it took until it was halfway up the helix. Lucky I was standing right there when it happened. So I pushed the emergency stop button. 3 trains came to a halt. And yeah, fun times. So the train's coming back, pass through here. There we go. So I should also add that I did have to do a repair. Remember before the last month that I had this thing running, it was running up the helix. And it seemed to be struggling with those 3 engines. They're all 3 powered F or PA PBs. One of them wasn't getting power intermittently, and the reason was because there's the old model for, in fact, the F units and the PA units and the E units all have the same kind of setup, or at least the F units and the PAs do. You drop the decoder in, and then there's a little plastic piece that pushes in and holds that down. Well, sometimes it just doesn't work like you think. And that was making it have intermittent connection back to the motor. And so what I ended up doing a lot of times, and people just do this, is there's the little brass pieces that bend down that are held in place by that plastic piece. There's two fingers that come down, contact with the decoder board. The retainer tab is a poor design. Hey, Jason, Colonel Cottonbelt, thanks for joining us. Yeah, so the fix is, but makes it harder to work on in the future, but the fix is solder those two brass fingers to the decoder board. Problem solved. At least that problem solved. If you ever have to take that apart again, yeah. Good luck to you. So I really just do that to ones that actually are acting up. So yeah, okay, we got 14 people there. He's going to run the mill here. I don't know how many thumbs up we have, but let's go and run our little thing. If you like running trains once a month, like I do, actually, I do a little bit more, but not too much. If you like that, then do this, or pointing to wherever location that is. Like and subscribe. It's painless. It's free. I think we're over 545 subscribers right now, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool that that many people have pushed the subscribe button. Now, of course, there's only like 12 of us here right now, or 13, but thanks to everybody who's subscribed, and thanks to everybody who is watching this later. So it all helps spread the word, because what do we got going on next month? Or next week, I should say, not next month. I'm still waking up. We've got layout photos of the month. So if you are a member of the late great Roy Smith's UP, or I always get this wrong, N-Scale Union Pacific Evanston Subdivision Facebook group, go and post your layout or train photos there. And you too could have a photo in next week's show. That's all it takes. I know, I keep hearing it, but I don't have a Facebook group. Facebook, that's fine. We all enjoy everybody's company here. Okay, so trying to get a different angle set up here. And there we go. The train's kind of past there. And the lights are kind of a little bit poor here. There we go. A little bit different angle on the trains. Again, that's my PA units that were used on some of the daylights initially. I can't remember which one they did. I think the PA units were found to be underpowered, and they switched to the E units. But I might have that backwards. So let's transition back to the main camera here. Yeah, so yes, indeed. I have a nickname for this. I call this level of the staging yard is called Circus Maximus. Well, at least half of it, right? You could imagine the chariots, iron chariots, with their iron horses racing around, going around and around, and each lap, $1 million staging. Sometimes it does seem like it. In fact, I forgot to add the comments to here. Okay. Yeah, so in fact, comments might be obscuring my face in this scene. Let me know if it is, because I can't see what that, I don't have a look of what it looks like on YouTube. Okay, so what other excitement have we had in the Northwest? Oh yeah, okay, Kevin Brown says the PAs were also very smoky, almost as bad as the steam locos. It must have been something to do with the prime mover that they decided to put in there. Staging gets expensive with all that track turnouts and controls. It does indeed. In fact, I thought at one time this would probably be the most turnouts that I would have. But there'll be more turnouts, but not as many. I mean, I'm up to 48 separately controlled turnouts. And that's just to control, not even, I mean, just getting up to the second level. And I'm not counting another turnout that I've got up on the third level that I just put in there just for kicks. But yeah, 48 turnouts. That's why earlier in the show, JP was commenting lots of wires. Well, lots of turnouts, and I centralized all of the turnout controls mostly there. I do have one other that's controlling the one tortoise that is in the that controls a turnout in the helix. So yeah, let's take that off of there. And here we're coming back again. I think we're gonna let this one take a rest in a moment. So we'll transition this to a stop right here. And a little bit of history. This is all Kato equipment except for the Express boxcar here, which is a Microtrains boxcar. So let's see if we can get the freight train going. And we can get it going. You hear those old Santa Fe's. See if we can get this. Select, no. Nope. 15 is the one I want. Cleared. Yes. Okay, let's get that going. So it's heading out, and to give you guys a view of it heading out on track 4. And then we're going to make it so that it'll come back through here on track 1. I might have lied. I'm not sure. What the heck? Let's go for broke. We're going to see how long it takes for this to go to the top. And let's give it a little bit more speed here. Should be going at yard speed though. Okay, there we go. And there's that nice bay window Santa Fe caboose. Hey, getting back on track with Steve and Roxy. Thanks for joining the show. We appreciate you all stopping by. We got a couple of trains running here. I might get daring and run 2 trains. So, yeah, I've got the ability to do that. So we'll wait for this one to get going and head up. But yeah, that included some other new boxcars that I picked up. Hey, Klondike, welcome to the show. Yeah, it's amazing how that works. For regular operation, you really don't need that many turnouts if it's just an operating part. Even small yards, you don't need that many turnouts. But I went completely insane here, deciding that I needed to have more. Well, yeah, so I've been a bit stalled out because of dealing with work, the 4-letter word, and then dealing with the dog. So let's see. Let's go on a little of a walkabout here. I won't be able to see what you're saying. 70 turnouts. That's not bad. I think I'll be probably closer to 100. Okay, let's go on a walkabout here. And I can't see anything that I'm showing you. So I'll try to keep this from being too obnoxious. And let's hope you got that turned down on the side. It should be a better view. And sorry, the lights are still not hooked up in this section. And there's a bunch of junk and equipment here. And the roundhouse actually needs to be cleaned. But here we are going up like about a 2% grade. Here's my brand new oscilloscope, which I've been trying to test to see if we've got any kind of voltage spikes. And there we are going through the double cross, which I am going to replace. I'm going to replace that. I'm going to take the wire out of there, and I'm going to turn that into, just like on last week's show, I am going to make that a decoder-based turnout, because if I pan over to here, we can see that one there is controlled, and it's got the lights on it, and there it says turnout 47. So this is going to take a long time to go up here. So we're probably not going to be on shaky cam the whole time. Got a total of 7 turns to go all the way to the top or come all the way to the bottom. But it only takes going up 1, 2, 2.5. about 3.5 to get to the second level. And you come in over here. Yeah, sorry about the lights. There's not much, the lighting's bad here right now. And then there's a wire, and we can go up. Here's the temporary third level turnaround track, complete with AR1 here. And I do have eventually, because each level, because it's dual track, dual main line, will require a auto reverser, and I ordered 2 more BXPA ones because they're more reliable and they're solid state. They're solid state and they're not relay based like the AR ones. So you don't get to hear that refreshing relay click. All right. Let's follow if you thought there was a lot of track invested in the staging yard, then think about all this, which is all Kato Unitrack for its ease of assembly and at times disassembly. So there you go with that Rocky Rails 77 boxcar that I picked up. You can see that the Arizona State car. I picked up that other Great Northern car. And then this train I assembled quite a while ago, with the intention of sending to my friend Andy over in UK near Nottingham, and dispatched to his Montrose and Highland. But I haven't got around to it. So let's see. Well, it seems like the camera looks okay. Yeah. So let's transition back to the main scene. Take us off camera because that's shaky. And I am going to start up, I think. We'll get this transition. Oh, not there. Transition that. And now we're going to throw the switches. We'll keep the Amtrak on this lower level, at least for one round here. We'll see how that goes. Speed that up a little bit. I think it's going to take that Santa Fe quite some time at speed step 12. Maybe we'll increase that speed up to 15 because we're out of yard now. And I have to step away, step around to the camera. Uh-oh. We got a switch thrown against us. Yep. Everybody's angry. Yeah, everybody was angry. That's why you don't walk away from your trains when they're running. So yeah, I'm off camera. I'm over here tending to and that's interesting. You could tell these were metal wheels. Okay, we're gonna throw that switch, throw that switch. All right, what track was he running on? Okay, track 1. We're all set up for now. And let's see. I can now see that the Santa Fe local freight is just about to make its way slowly into the second level. Sorry, I didn't have time to get the camera set up all the way over there. But maybe, if you bear with me, I can reposition this camera a little bit. I don't think so. We don't have many options here. We don't have a lot of options here. Okay. You can see it all far off in the distance right there. And the other cool thing is you can see coming to view around the bottom of the helix that, hey, Steve 87, he is snuck into the building. And Signal Cabin stepped into the building. Thanks for joining the show. Yes, the helix does gobble up a lot of track, a lot of time. I've disassembled it once completely, rebuilt it with a threaded rod, and then once partially to get back down to the second level on one end, which actually worked out fairly well. So there. Okay, yeah. Thanks everybody joining the show. I can see that the Santa Fe local freight is making its way over to the second level, and I think it's time to go shaky cam again. So let me pick up the camera, switch over, transition that. Okay, we're going helicopter mode again. Flop, 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 flop. Let's see if we can catch it. Yeah, oh, we'll turn the camera to the side. We can see the Amtrak making its way there. And if you look at the messy second level, the second level is extended now. It used to end and turn around in that corner. And then this was added here as a temporary setup. This is one of the handy things for having this much Kato Unitrack that I don't intend to use in the upper levels here. But it's really handy to just throw some stuff down. I do have feeders going here, and I've got temporary feeders. You see there's two here, one on each end. Actually, one in the middle here of the auto reversing section. So it feeds in right here. And then this is another mainline feed that's going a little bit. I mean, this is causing a little bit of disruption there. Let's see if we can get two trains in the shot right here. And eventually there won't be all this junk sitting here, but you know, flat space accumulates junk. So it actually needs to be put away at some point. Okay, so we've had 3 different trains in today's show running, not all at the same time. That's a bit too much for me. Let's move my label maker out of the way. Let's see. And there we go. Follow these trains around and let's follow this. Let's go down here to this level, and we'll get a foamer view level. If I can hold it steady. Not sure if this is in focus. Well, there you go. It's going around that bend there. So this is greater than 19-inch radius here. Probably looking at, let's see, that's 19, 20, probably 22-inch radius here, which is fairly decent. All right. And then she'll come back around and return, coming back through those turnouts here. And go back around into staging and do it all over again. Round and around, chasing the tails. And this one's on a longer chase tail journey, about to go back and disappear into the helix. And some of this track right here is a bit temporary from the turnouts over. So I do have that set up right now, right there. So this turnout goes into this section that rejoins the helix. It looks kind of like a Y, and X kind of like a Y, but there you go. Making its way 3 turns, 3.5 turns. Let's see, 1, 2, 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 turns up to the 3rd level, where it will just get up there and turn around. Some of you might be wondering, why do I have a double crossover right here in the middle of the helix? Well, if I want to come down, in fact, maybe we'll do this. No, it will require too much nannying. When I come back down the helix, it allows me to get from the inside track, which is the downhill one, to the outside track, which will allow me to get back onto the 2nd level here. I didn't want to have that right here because from this point here, you can see that it's still active. From this point here, all the way around to a certain point, I forget where. That's also an auto reverser section. So yeah, I have a number of auto reversers on this layout. And this one's powered by a BXPA1. And here we come. Coming up around here. I think these Santa Fe's look great. Sound units. Aren't they? Oh, great. Stuff on right in front of me. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Isn't that great? You just stall right while you're on camera. All right. We're about to come back around and get back over to in front of the computer. But we will get another shot of the Amtrak coming around here. And she's making that round. Come right now. If I hear it, there she comes. So not the Starlight Express or the whatever that one's called, but I would say maybe something more like the Empire Builder in its modern scheme. So there you have it. Watch that for its tail end as we pan up. And we got 2 more turns to get to the 3rd level here. And now we can see that car that I acquired here. As I told you on the previous show, where I mentioned this, that I was at that show. I think I just walked around with my dad. But it was only in the part that was available without a ticket, I think, because there's no way that my dad paid entrance fees for myself, my brother, my mom, and himself. I don't think. Anyways, oh, there we go. So let's get back to it. Here's all the steam locomotives that are in storage. And then we've got our Union Pacific. And this is like first generation diesels, right? So you've got your E units, Union Pacifics. You've got your big blow, Union Pacific here, Northern Pacific, Great Northern, two more Northern Pacifics, Great Northern, and some Black Widow and Bloody Nose. Black Widow, I think it's this guy's Bloody Nose F units, Santa Fe. Nope, sorry, no tunnel motors. There we go. We wait for it long enough to see that train making its way around this end of the staging yard. And sometime in the future, this second level and the third level will both come out and be right to here, but not yet. Okay, so let's get off shaky cam, come back around. Oh yeah, you can see right there, part of that fast tracks that I was working on. I still will be, but there you go. Oh, I missed Steve going. Miss Steve going. Let's transition back here. Get off the shaky cam. All right. My camera shot is high. Yeah. One of the problems with the camera is that when it's connected indirectly to the MacBook Pro to be used as an external camera, I don't have any feedback because I ain't able to watch the show. So I suppose what I should do is have another device here so I can watch, have a monitor. But this is all stationary. Let's go back to the main scene here. I'm going to give you one last camera shot. This is funny. There you go. What do you do when you're bored? You sleep. So he's just been hanging out here the whole time. All right. All right. Yep. Let's see. Really want to get. I think I can get it. So you go off camera a second here. I have the park the. We're gonna park the Amtrak on track 3 this time. Bring it in. Let it sit down there. About 9:45 or so, my time. Making sure that I still have control of it, which I do. I'm going to bring it right around here, in front of the camera. Let it come in. We parked right next to the Southern Pacific, the daylight. So there you go. And let's see, let's get this set up. We'll get a different shot. There we go. see that train coming in on track 3 to be parked. Yeah, Closet Branch, you did not see any tunnel motors. I don't have any at this time. I do have the other SD40-2s, but they're not tunnel motors. So there you go. That's coming in to take a rest. Yeah, we'll get it down to the end into the parking area on this side right in front of me. Hey, Andy, Hot Dog Pilot. Nice of you to join us, even late. And I'm going to pop up the speed. Oh, Jesus. Jeez Louise. What has happened over here? We are stalled. We're stuck on something. I don't know what caused that. Sorry, I had to jump up and go over to the third level where the local freight was not being very local. It was stuck. It couldn't get back on the downhill side of the helix. All right. There you go, live television. Okay, we've got it going faster. It's making its way on the inner track. No, I'm not melting side frames yet. There was no short. It was just hung up on something. I'll have to figure that out later. Live television does not allow for me to investigate causes. But all is well at the moment. So actually, let's get turn out 43 and 42 closed. And then switch 1 is thrown, switch 2, switch 3. Okay, we are all set up to come in on track 4 for the eventual return of the local freight. Pete's got his coffee, watching the show on my new laptop. Hey, cool, new laptop. Got a Roadrunner cartoon on my TV. Such a kid. Cheers to the kids. Yes, we are all just big kids. Yeah. So what do we got going on next week? Again, layout photos are coming up next week. So today's the last day of January already. How can that be? And a week from tomorrow is the last football game of the year. Well, for the 2025 season, where my Seahawks and Pete Seahawks, I think, and Steve, 87 Seahawks, play against somebody. Oh, yeah, against the Patriots. Revenge for the Seahawks? Or another agonizing loss in the Super Bowl? Let's hope not. Let's get to a 2-2 record. Do I put my trains away? Some of these trains have not been put away. Like, in fact, Rocky just knocked over the flat car for the crane. I'll just leave that alone. Most of the time, yeah. So all these passenger cars were taken out. I do have passengers. They do not fit in the drawers below me. Let's go back to shaky cam. I'll show you. I'll show you where. So above me here, above the lighting for the eventual third level, I do have 10 boxes of other storage. Hey, Stormy Rail Productions, thanks for joining. So yeah, I've got 10 of those larger cardboard boxes, and then most of those. Very interesting. I think I just lost control. No, I did not. Why did the sound kick on? All right. Some little thing happened. Okay. Say hello to the camera. There you go. So boxes, I try to put the I think the second unit that's in the consist has actually got its sound turned on, so can't really turn that off right now. What did that say? I don't want to be a kid. I want to be a financially successful adult so I can buy a lot of ST40T-2s. There you go. To be honest, I think I am nearing my maximum on total number of locomotives. I know there's others that say there's never too many, but I really don't want to buy another display case. And I do have room for all of my locomotives in the display cases. But yeah, let's see, where is the noisemaker now? It's on the last turn of the helix. So there's still time. There's still time for it to get back to track 4 here in front of me. I don't know if you can hear that horn. But yeah, it is making background noise, and no, I'm not able to turn that off. Like I said, I think the second unit decoder just decided to turn the sound on. Yep, that is what has happened. Okay, I hit function 8, but I'd have to switch something here, which I might be able to do. This isn't my theory rise, but I'll have to steal it. No, it doesn't let me take that. Yep, I did hit function 8. Trust me. Running off of this TCS train control systems throttle. Let me see what happens. This is probably going to cause some havoc here. But let's try this. Number 830. Enter. Yeah, steal it. There we go. Of course, now I have stolen it. I'm not going to be able to stop it. Then you recall to, yes, steal that back. Okay. Okay, a little bit of controller swapping there. And then because this tends to make contention between the controllers. Even when you steal it, sometimes it thinks the Digitrax controller still thinks it owns it. So there we go. We missed that whole shot of it coming into the yard, but here we go. Just in time. It didn't take too long once I sped up the freight coming down. And we'll just get it to stop right in front of us, which we don't have control anymore. Recall 2. Okay. We'll get it back. And let's reverse back it up. Yeah, so since I stole the control, hey, Leslie, thanks for joining. We're just about to close out the show here, parking the freight train. But we did run successfully with only one hiccup. Now two hiccups, which is probably a new record on the show here. And good stewards of the layout, powered off. Put the controller back there. We're powered down. So yeah, thanks for joining us, Klondike. You might already be gone. Have a great day. Let's see, we had a couple of events coming out of the yard. The Amtrak wanted to run against the turnouts because I didn't have them set up. I do need to have a cheat sheet in front of me because I don't have a secondary switch control on this side to let me and others know what turnouts need to be thrown to get out of the yard. I do have it. If you're walking around, there's little stickers, but and there's a big control panel on the ground over there. Anyways, we're just about ready to close this out, turning off the throttle here. So what are we going to do? Andy, Hot Dog Pilot Andy, get to the chopper. We're leaving the trains. Yep. And let's go back to there. Rocky says, I am overseeing the trains. They're all in good condition. So again, next week, what are we going to do? We're going to have the layout photos of the month for the month of January 2026, the first month of the year for layout photos, and the first show of photos for 2026, of course. Then we'll have probably running some trains while we do layout after the photos show. After that week, and then the next day, of course, many of us will be occupied watching the Super Bowl. Hey, Todd Armstrong, trackside action. Got us just in time. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, that's what we got in store. What are we doing for the month of February? February is, let's see. I'd have to go look at the calendar. But let me see. I'll go and check what the calendar says here. February, we have 4 shows in February, 2 of which are accounted for. So the 7th is layout photos, and the 28th is run trains. So 14th is Valentine's Day, and 21st. So Not sure what we're doing. We'll figure something out, but I am likely going to one of those shows. Well, actually, additional content on a channel. I'm going to create a how to do the decoder install on the double crossover, because I'm going to purchase at least one more. I'll probably get two, because I think I might put a double cross at the exit of the helix on the top. And that'll be like the last Unitrack stuff. So as it comes out of the Unitrack, and I'm not sure about that yet, but I'll have an extra one just laying around, because you already have to pay shipping, which is $10, and the decoders don't cost really that much comparatively. So you save money by buying two. Okay, so that's what we got coming up. I won't yak on for much longer, so we'll end this up here. Let me throw some reminders up there. Like and subscribe. If you're watching to this long, you might as well be a subscriber, because this is what we do. If you enjoy this, or actually, it's good. I don't have hecklers except for JP. Just kidding. Yeah, like and subscribe. Here's another like and subscribe. Look at that. There you go. And don't really have anything else here, but here we'll do. Thank you. Yes, thank all of you for watching this whole show. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the kind of almost no football this weekend. This is time of the year when we can get things done, or at least I can. There's no football to watch, no sofa sitting. Since I don't have a TV in my layout room, maybe I'll change that. So there you go. Thanks everybody so much for watching. Be safe. Don't run your trains unattended. Turn off your layout when you're out. Be safe. So peace out, my friends. I'll be back. That's all for now. Thanks, everybody. Until next time.